of May. Now, having won the semis with 516 points, Henry now prepares for his trip to the United States. And of course, for more on this, like I said, we do have him in studio here with us. Kealan, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us.
The lead, though, is Kealan Henry. So there is Kealan Henry, who sits in second place.
Kealan Henry, your champion, Fittest Cape Town 2022.
So my goals and objective this year is to qualify for the CrossFit Games and, just prove myself that I'm worthy of being there. This is breakfast. Protein. So I grew up in Johannesburg, South Africa, where I went to St. David's Marist and Andrews School, a Catholic all-boys school, and I grew up with my older brother and a younger sister. My parents had a great values, and they taught me a lot growing up. My upbringing definitely was pushed towards sport. My parents didn't push me, but I was very focused towards the sport. I enjoyed everything between soccer, rugby, athletics, swimming, water polo. I did everything I could. I was never the best, but I was always the hardest worker, and I just enjoyed trying new sports and just being out physically and pushing myself to the best. These values, they continue into CrossFit because it's always taught me to be the hardest worker and always taught me to be that hard work will pay off eventually. As an aspiring rugby player, had a tough time pushing through and finding that dream, and through certain scenarios, obviously it didn't work out, but because of that downside and that negative effect, it helped me realize that the only person that is capable of getting better is myself, and the only person that's responsible is myself, and that helped me change my life. As soon as I started CrossFit, I realized that it's not my teammates, it's not anyone else, it's only me who does the work, and if I do enough work, I'll get the results. Transitioning from rugby to CrossFit was funny because in the beginning I thought CrossFit was not a real sport and wasn't really interested, but eventually tried it for the first time and got beaten by the average person and then realized, okay, it's actually not that bad, it's pretty fun. Continued to push through it, started slowly adding in one session per week and then another second session per week, and then eventually it is more sessions than rugby, and then eventually that helped me just transfer over easily. I just really enjoyed the spirits, the mindset and the discipline. Over the years, relationships and friendships have changed. Like anything in life, as we grow older, we continue to forge new friendships, new relationships. I'm lucky to have a good line with my brother throughout the years, even though we are different cities, different countries apart. My family, my mother, my father and my sister, we're always close. And my girlfriend, who I'm very close with, I'm happy to have her in my life. Throughout the years, things have changed, and I've learned that being too close to people can also be a bad thing. So I'm happy to have had a good opportunity throughout life to meet certain people that have pushed me in the right direction, and also certain people that have pushed me in the wrong direction. But overall, I have good relationships and good friendships throughout the world, and I'm very happy to have that in my life. Days that I'm not at the gym, like I said, I try and get outdoors and I try and visit in different cities around the world, around my country, and try different things that are completely different towards CrossFit, just to have a different scenery and to see things differently without having the thoughts and process of always being in the gym. I work full-time as a CrossFit coach. I enjoy coaching very much. That's the part of the reason why I got into CrossFit. Helping others, trying to motivate others and inspire other people to do better. Great experience as a coach is that learning from others, knowing that everybody learns differently and everybody needs to take a different approach to learning and improving. And that's helped me as well, myself, learning to adapt. Achieving these needs for certain athletes is by programming. I'm a huge fan of programming. I've always programmed for myself and for others. And recently, getting the help of other coaches and other influencers, that's really helped me understand better that the needs for certain athletes change and vary. So my most memorable moments so far was winning the Fittest in Cape Town, the semi-finals in Africa last year.
That was Kealan Henry.
Fittest in Cape Town 2022.
That was probably my most memorable moment. It was only my second ever competition, and to win it was quite an achievement. But behind that, there was also a big injury.
Kealan Henry. Kealan Henry stumbled and immediately grabbed his right hamstring.
So it was a huge emotional roller coaster going up with the great moments, and then behind that with the negative moments, but that's part of sport. Sweaty! Recently, I've changed over to the training plan with Johannesburg, and it's been a huge change for myself. It's been something that's very different, a different style completely to what I'm used to programming for myself, what other things I've seen in the past, and kind of very interesting. Better mindsets and more focus on health and mindsets throughout the season than just going all in and killing the body every day. Nice, easy cool down. Good session. Much easier than I thought it'd be. Happy that I could work. I was waiting for that rest day, and then we got the call. Coach, put me in. Put me in, coach. So the focus, it's hard, and the motivation is hard, but the most important is just discipline. Just making sure that you tick the boxes and just getting in and out. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays forever. In anything in life, if you're disciplined and you put in the work, you tick the boxes, it'll pay off. But the biggest challenge that I faced so far was the injury where I tore my hamstring. Mentally, physically, it's been tough. Up and downs, obviously, going from the highs to the low, but like I said, just staying disciplined and just staying focused, doing what I need to do. I also enjoy the sport, and that helps me push through those challenges.
Pause, repart. Pause, repart.
Non, il a bien progressé, mais il y a encore des petits points à corriger dans la fatigue.
Voilà, c'est mieux.
dynamique pendant les trainings. On suivait jusqu'à peu le même programme. Lui, là, il est en train de basculer dans la programmation, enfin dans la préparation des demi-finales et des games, c'est surtout. On est toujours à se pousser l'un et l'autre. On a forcément quelque chose à s'apporter tous les deux. Lui, un peu plus de par son expérience en tant que crossfitter. Moi, un peu plus sur la partie, on va dire, conditioning, cardio, de par mon passé d'entraîneur d'aviron. Il y a toujours l'autre qui est là pour essayer de remonter le moral, de relancer la machine et de faire sourire et de repartir sur un bon mood pour les entraînements. Au-delà de ça, je pense qu'il a aussi une grosse qualité psychologique. En fait, il va toujours aller chercher le détail jusqu'à ce qu'il arrive. J'ai une anecdote notamment sur un entraînement qu'on a eu une fois où il faisait des snatchs, il n'arrivait pas. Techniquement, ça passait pas, tout ça. Il a passé sa journée sur Instagram, sur YouTube, sur l'ordinateur, à regarder des vidéos, à analyser, voir ce qu'il pouvait changer, prendre des conseils des meilleurs pour toujours progresser. Et ça, je pense que c'est une grosse qualité de Kealan.
Finding sponsors has been hard. I'm still in the process of looking for sponsors and still in negotiation with some certain brands, which has definitely been a struggle. For the last 2-3 years, I've hadn't had any sponsors, and knowing that nobody's supporting me financially has been difficult. But having said that, it's important to have these sponsors in the community and in the sport to grow the sport. So a few instances has happened over the time. We have had to decide between competing or coaching. Financially, I either have to take days off and then lose money and then also pay for the competition, or I have to go and pay for the competition and lose money on this side from coaching. At the same time, you commit to people's lives when you're coaching, you commit to their lives and helping them get better. It's definitely changed the way I look at things, because at the same time, it's not just myself impeding this, it's everybody else around me who I coach and train. I think that the sponsorship is important in our sport and our community. It helps grow the brands of small businesses and also helps grow the brands of certain athletes. These days, an athlete is not just about his performance, it's about his brand, it's about his image, it's about how he moves himself around the community. So I think it's very important to have these sponsors in the community, and I think it's important to connect with the right ones that give off the right image. As a coach and an athlete, I believe I have two different communities. I have the large community from around the world, France, South Africa, America, all over the place. And then I have the smaller community who I coach. These people are the people that I teach and they learn from me. So that part of me is who I really am and what they're influenced by. Seeing what I wear, how I move, how I breathe, how I teach them to be better, and that's two different types of communities that I have, which I think it's important going forward with sponsorship as an athlete and as a coach. Athlete, my goals are to accomplish the highest possible placing that I can have in the sport, whether that be the CrossFit Games or another competition. I just want to place as high as possible that I'm capable of and do my best.
She ain't ready for the eighth. Mad as savage in me back and I'm back in it happening, ready to blow. I remember doing deeds with Deji from the street, they left me on my own. Monkey asking me about how I got the P, I told her leave him mama grow. Then they're ringing up her phone. Then they're ringing up her phone.
Moi je pense qu'il a toutes les qualités physiques. Toutes les qualités mentales pour pouvoir aller au CrossFit Games cette année. Il a prouvé pendant les Open. Il a su regarder aussi sous la semaine. Rester dans une logique de préparation pour les Games et pas pour la phase des Open. Aujourd'hui, il passe des qualifications pour une compétition et force est de constater qu'il est devant. Il n'y a aucun frein sur le fait qu'il puisse aller aux Games. En tout cas, tous les jours, quand on va à la boxe, c'est dans cette optique-là, c'est de l'aider et de l'accompagner là-dessus, de le motiver là-dessus. Et moi, je crois que moi, comme tout le monde ici, on est persuadé qu'il va réussir en Afrique du Sud pour les demi-finales. En tout cas, c'est l'objectif.
As I continue to grow in the sport of CrossFit, I'm looking to give my experiences as an athlete, whether it be rugby, whether it be other sports, whether it be in life, I'm looking to give experiences to the younger athletes, to the new athletes, to all types of athletes that want to learn and want to get into the sports or just get better and just grow themselves as a person, whether it be physical or mentally or emotionally better. I'm looking to just pass that down to the next generation or to other people that are interested in it. As a coach, the same thing. I hope to help other people grow and just get out of their comfort zone and learn to be better, learn to be better, and just try and be the best possible version of themselves possible, like I try to do for myself.